Hey guys, and welcome to today's edition of Ace This Recipe. I'm Chef Jason Morris, your Ace Hardware grilling expert, and I'm hanging out here in snow-packed Colorado today for a beautiful, really just heartwarming recipe all about pizza on the Big Green Egg. That's right, we've got a beautiful, easy, classic margherita pizza for you today that's gonna show you just how awesome that ultimate cooking tool is when it comes to making pizzas. We're gonna cook them hot and fast today. We're gonna get in that 600-degree range and just have a beautiful spots and leoparding on that pizza, and then just get the cheese, so melted and delicious. So thanks so much for joining us. Hey, before we get started, let's do a couple little housekeeping tips. Don't forget to hit that I from time to time. That is our information station. That'll let you into the world of gear, gadgets, and grills and tell you really everything we used to cook what we're making today. Then, don't forget, as always, be safe. Make sure you follow all the manufacturer's recommended guidelines when it comes to starting, running, and operating all your cooking tools. We want you to be safe as well and make sure you take those precautions. So, without further ado, let's do a little food flyover super quick. Then we got to get the grill lit so we can get that temperature rocking and rolling. And then it is time to make some pizza. Today's ingredients are really simple, right? We just wanted to do an easy, delicious pizza that gets you, sparks your interest maybe in making more elaborate pizzas. Today we kept it simple. We've got a beautiful pizza dough. Now you could choose to make pizza dough or buy pizza dough. A lot of the local grocery stores offer this. This is what we call a 00. So that's a 00 pizza dough that we got locally. We've got a little bit of roasted garlic oil. Then this right here, this is my secret. This is 80% flour, 20% polenta. I like the polenta because it's ground a little bit bigger, and this is gonna act like ball bearings to help that pizza slide on the pizza paddle. So we've got just a basic red tomato sauce, some beautiful whole fresh mozzarella, a little bit of Parmesan for the garnish. We've got some fresh basil that we're just gonna hand tear. Keep it beautiful, keep it simple, right? And let that basil shine. So we'll put that on top. And then if you wanna add a little bit more herbs, that Fishy Fishy Herb rub of ours does a great job as well. Don't forget, you can head down to the description section below and grab today's recipe, expand that section. You can click, print, and follow along. That's it, pretty simple. We wanted to just have a total blast and make mouth-watering pizza. As you can see, we went ahead and started the Big Green Egg, and I stirred the charcoal, added a little bit more, and as you can see, I only filled the fire bowl because we're gonna be doing the plate setter today. I wanted to have a nice gap between the charcoal and the plate setter and the pizza stone. That way it gets more air and allows this to get a little bit hotter for us because we're gonna be running a little higher temperatures today. So we'll go ahead and let this do its thing. We wanna let all that fire get right down into the middle. Then we will shut it, add the convector, adjust the top and bottom vents, and start driving this temperature. Okay, we got the egg all fired up. We are ready to go, and you can see we're starting to build a beautiful, nice little ember pile in there. Important tip for you too. Make sure to always follow the manufacturer's instructions when it comes to lighting your grills, starting your grills, and attending to your grills. That'll make sure it keeps you nice and safe. So we're gonna go ahead and add our convector now, right? And I'm using my egg mitt just to make sure that I'm not getting too close to that fire. One of the important things too here, let's remember, we intentionally left the charcoal level lower than we normally do, right? We're not doing a long, low and slow cook. We're gonna go hot and fast. So I wanted a big air gap down there between the charcoal and the convector to help build up some heat. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add the pizza stone. It's important to add the convector and the pizza stone while the grill is warming up. That means you don't have too much of a shock, right? From too cold of a convector, a pizza stone, and way too hot of a grill, and all of a sudden you get some cracks. So we'll go ahead and shut the lid here. Well, as you can see, we're already up in that 500-degree range. Now, I will not adjust the top or the bottom much until I see this hit 600. Then, all I'm going to do is adjust the top. I just want to slow it down, but I need to leave the bottom of this wide open because, again, I want it to stay in that 600, 625 range while I'm cooking pizzas. So, again, just adjust the top, leave the bottom wide open. Here we are, and we've got our pizza dough ready. One of the important things to do with your dough is, I wanna let this dough relax a little bit. See how it just kind of falls and starts to hang? I will pull the dough out of the refrigerator about an hour prior to making pizza. So this has a chance to relax and warm up and really soften that gluten so I can stretch my pizza. Now, if you want a thinner pizza, go with a smaller weight pizza dough. So this is a 1 pound Yeah, this is 1 pound pizza dough. I had to double check to make sure. This is a 1 pound, 16 ounce pizza dough ball, and this is gonna be great because this is gonna make us a nice pizza. And again, you can stretch your pizzas as thin or as thick as you want. That's the beauty of it. For this margherita, we're gonna go a little bit thinner. So here's what I look to do. I use a little bit of that flour cornmeal mix, right? I'll get a little bit on the dough, on the top and bottom, and I love the snap of that cornmeal. I think it adds just so much. Then I want to get a little bit in the gloves. Now what I'm going to do is around the edges, I'm going to start to stretch my edges first, right? Let those guys warm up a little bit, and you'll notice as you stretch it, that dough hangs out perfectly, right? Then using my knuckles. So I don't know if you can see this, but I'm basically doing that with this knuckle, and this guy I'm kind of doing a little pinch. So I'm just gonna roll this a little bit and pinch and hold and roll and roll, and then I'll set this guy down, and then we'll go after that beautiful round dough that we've been looking for. But pretty simple and pretty easy, right? The dough stretching is just, again, as thick or as thin as you prefer. A thinner pizza is gonna cook a little bit faster, and a thicker pizza is gonna take a little bit longer. We have the big green egg all set and ready to go. It is time to make pizza. So carefully, I'm gonna take this dough. Now I'm gonna lay my pizza peel out, and then I'm gonna sprinkle just a light layer. Now remember, whatever you have under here is gonna carry over to your pizza stone, so be careful you don't have so much. Then I set it down and I just give it a little fluff there so that it puts a little air under there. Now, less is more with pizza. The more sauce you add, you're gonna have issues. The less you have, the more fun you're gonna have. You wanna hustle too. When it comes time to building a pizza, get that sauce on there, and get that cheese on there, get this built so that the moisture doesn't wick through the dough and then stick, right? So now, I'll lay my mozzarella out like that, and I went a little bit thin on the slices. I didn't want to go too thick because I didn't want it to be too watery. Then a little bit of basil on here, again, as much or as little as you like. Now I've got some Parmesan and Fishy Fishy. I'm actually gonna save that for the end. That will be kind of our garnish after the pizza is done. But that is it, pretty simple. I left a border around the side so that if anything spreads, it stops at the edge and doesn't get going. Now, it's time to get over to the egg and get this loaded. We are preheated and ready to go. Look at this here. See how I give it just a little wiggle? I'm gonna make sure it's not stuck. And I do that as I walk over to the big green egg because I wanna make sure that everything is fluid and it's moving along. That polenta acts like ball bearings. So now we're gonna shut this and let it set. We want that crust to bubble up. If you notice, I didn't dock it, right? Dock it or prick it with a fork or poke holes in it. I wanna get some bubbles in there. Those bubbles are fantastic. So let's get this shut and we'll wait to see that first cook. Well, here's our first look after just a couple minutes. And you can see we're already getting a little color, we're getting a little puff, and look at this. See how nice that moves? That tells me the dough was right, the dough is set, and we did a great job. Now we're gonna close it, let it finish off. The beauty of the big green egg, I don't need to rotate it. I'm just waiting now till I get those beautiful brown leopard spots around here. We are good to go. We'll shut this up and get it finished. Look at that beauty. That right there is 9-minute pizza. And look at the beautiful leoparding and that gorgeous color. We've got nice melt on it. And the beauty is, take a look at that. That bottom looks absolutely fantastic. So now let's get this over to the cutting board. We're gonna show you how to finish it off with a little bit of Parmesan, a little bit of garlic oil, and a little bit of Fishy Fishy, just to add a little extra oomph to this pizza. Fresh out of that big green egg, I think that ultimate cooking experience totally shines. So here's just a little chef tip. Finish with a little bit of our Fishy Fishy herb, right? That is a great herb seasoning. It just gives it that final little bit of flavor. If you want, just a few droplets of garlic oil really make this pizza shine, right? And then if you want to hit it with a little bunch of Parmesan, you can do that as well. But that's it. Pretty simple and pretty easy. That is our doneness flyover. Doesn't get much better than that. 9 minutes is not bad for that ultimate cooking experience to deliver this ultimate pizza. So, very simple margherita pizza, right? We wanted to show you just kind of the gateway into pizza making. It's so easy on the big green egg. It's a matter of setting temperature, putting in the convector, loading your pizza stone, and then it really is dialed down to what dough you use and all of that. This was that double-aught 1-pound pizza dough. I think it came out absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to get in here to devour. Again, we finished with a little bit of Fishy Fishy, just for a little punch of herb, and then a little snap of salt out of that grated Parmesan as well. And of course, this fresh basil smells Absolutely fantastic. And then don't forget, head down below in that comment section. You can grab today's recipe. We've got that set for you, ready to click print and follow along as well. And then don't forget that eye that pops up. That's our information station that lets you into the world of gear, gadgets, grills, and all of that. We've got a lot of cool stuff for you. And then don't forget, you have a little bit of homework to do, right? We just ask you a couple favors. Head down below into that comment section and leave us a comment. Tell us, what did you like, what would you like to see, and how could we help make you legends in the backyard cooking circuit? And then while you're down there, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the subscription button, click subscribe, click the bell, and get notified when all of our videos go live, because you don't want to miss out on any of this, right? You won't suffer from FOMO if you subscribe to the Ace Hardware YouTube channel. And be sure to tell all your friends and family as well. Then, if you're looking for more fantastic Big Green Egg videos, we've got 2 more awesome videos coming up for you right at the end of today's video. I think one of them's even going to be how to make some amazing grilled chicken hot and fast on that Big Green Egg. So thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate cooking with you. We hope you appreciate cooking with us as well. I'm Chef Jason Morse, your Ace Hardware. Oh, wait. I forgot. It is time to slide open my handy dandy fancy little cutter here and roll through some pizza. As always, the helpful folks are hanging out over there where they like to wait so that we can enjoy a little pizza for lunch. But look at that, like, so fantastic. And then look at the bottom. Oh, man. I'm Chef Jason Morse, your Ace Hardware grilling expert.